Um, in many of my essays, in the article section of my webpage, I mentioned the fact that when I was in high school, I had to memorize several hundred lines of poetry and prose each year. I mean, it was something I absolutely hated. After I got out of high school and college and grad school, I realized that I benefited from that exercise that I hated when I was doing it. And I was in Florida one time and looked up Mrs. Davis, who was my senior year English teacher at Mount Lebanon High School. She had retired years ago and was in a nice little retirement community with her husband. And I just wanted to tell her I appreciated it. And I told her that, I didn't really like the assignment, but I benefited, and I thanked her. And then she says to her husband to go into their study and get her textbook. And I was surprised that she still kept that textbook and still had possession of it. And Charlie brought the book out, gave it to his wife, and she gave it to me. And that textbook has sat on my bookshelf for years, until a couple weeks ago when it started to talk to me. I went over, took the book off the shelf, put it on the desk, and opened it, and almost magically it opened to the Vision of Sir Launfal. Probably I'd be surprised if 10% of the people who read this article will have ever read The Vision of Sir Launfal. But it was about Sir Launfal, who was one of King Arthur's knights of the Round Table, and he had a dream, and his dream was everybody is looking for the Holy Grail, the chalice, and they couldn't find it. And he wants to go on a search for the Holy Grail. And in that dreamlike experience that he was having, he discovers where he will find the Holy Grail. And therein lies a critical lesson for Launfal, and for me, and for you also. So what I want you to do is to read the article and think about what Sir Launfal found in his search for the Holy Grail. And it will change your life if you buy his insight. In the meantime, you take care.